Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Show and Tell on the weekends. I'm your host, Chris Wacker, and this is more of my collection. I surprised you guys with this one, because they just arrived in the mail, and I'm really excited to talk about them. The regular videos, the regular figure videos are done, but there is lots more material to come. Trust me, I got a lot of stuff. Those were the regular figures. Anyway, I'll get back to that in just at the end of the video. So let me talk about these guys. They came in these boxes. Well, technically not in the boxes. The boxes came flat, and the figures were in bags, and the boxes were disassembled and flat on, and they were just two flat pieces of box on top of each other. And I thought that was odd that they didn't come in the boxes, but it probably helped save on shipping cost. The box is pretty cool. I think it says Banpresto Figure Collection, or Figure Coliseum. I think it's got a little picture of the Tenkaichi Budokai. I think that's what that is in the background. Crane King and S Cultures, Banpresto. It's really cool. Shiny, happy box. I guess these two, or I guess this was the series that they came in. I don't have these other guys yet. It looks like all of those were in the same line. Zokei 5, Tenkaichi Budokai. Zokei. Because there's okay, everybody. Alright, let's check her out. Let's dive right in. I am in love with these figures. They are really, really well done. And for the price, I got both of these. I ordered them online for about a little more than 20 bucks for both of these figures. They're larger than I thought they would be. Like, that's a pretty big figure for the price. And they are incredibly detailed. Really, really incredibly detailed. Super well done. They come on these odd little stands. See if I can get a better picture of the stand that it comes on. And you know, like his foot, it's kind of hard to keep that one down. His foot doesn't seem to want to stay in there, but they hook onto these little spots where they sort of, you know, are able to kind of look as if they're hovering in midair. He doesn't really like to stay in his little spot right there, but that's okay, because, I mean, he stays where he should. Look at all the detail in the armor. Let's see if I can get the light a little bit closer so we can see that better. All the cracks in the armor, fantastic. The detail in the hand, fantastic. All the rips and tears in the clothing are phenomenal. The battle damage to the you know, to his armor is great. Little bits of blood and scratches and stuff. It did have this little smudge. There's a little green smudgy right there, and I can't get that off. It's something rubbed off on it, and it's stuck on there, and that's really the only thing that is wrong with this figure. It's absolutely fantastic. The hair is really cool. I mean, look at that face. It's brutal. It's brutal. The detail. They got the scar on his face, right? The lines in the hair. See how it shines? You can see the definition lines in the hair. I think that's fantastic. It goes all the way into his mouth. He's actually got texture on the roof of his mouth. Like, I am in awe of the size and the detail for the price. I mean, you really cannot beat that. Basically $10 for a figure that looks like it's worth like 30 or 40, I'd say. And I think it's fantastic. I think it did a phenomenal job. All the detail, super duper great. They got his tail. It's one of the Saiyans wear their belts, or wear their tails around their waist like their belts. That's cool. All the textures and battle damage in all these little spots, just great. All the tears. Look at the clothing tears and everything. Man, I could drool all over these figures for way too long. But I am not going to, because that would take too long. This guy looks like he's about to fall. I lost his little foot piece, but I bet he'll stand for the rest of this if I keep him right about there. Go ahead and talk about this guy. Oh, just another phenomenal, absolutely fantastic, phenomenal work of art is this figure, or both of these figures. The attention to detail in the wrinkles of the hands, attention to detail. He looks, you know, like from a certain angle, he looks a little bit like he's looking kind of odd, but it really works, because if you look at him from the front, that's exactly, he's looking right at you. He's looking, he's gonna blast you with one of these blasty hands. Look at the sharp, it's pretty sharp hair. I really dig it. Sharp, lots of little texture lines, making it look like some good old Super Saiyan hair. He's got the bloody battle damage. I love this. I love that they went to the effort of making a separate piece of plastic there, a separate piece of his clothing that was the blue undershirt when his shirt gets blasted off. And just all of his, you know, the wind-swept, battle-damaged little scar, you know, little cuts in the clothing, the little raggities. Get the definition in the muscles. Like, it looks really, really good. There's a smudge on this one too, like the same kind of greenish smudge. It came with it just arrived that way. I think these may have been pre-owned, but they're in pretty darn good condition. I cannot complain at all for the price. But there's also, you know, there's a little smudgy and a little, like, reddish smudgy right there, too. That's the only problems that I have with these guys. And, I mean, just look at it. How am I not supposed to love this guy? You know, same as the other, like, you can go inside you can see inside the mouth. They went to the effort. I don't know about that little piece right there. That little piece in the middle of his mouth comes down, but that doesn't bother me at all. You can see all the individual teeth and the texture in the tongue and in the mouth. Man, these guys make me excited, and I bet you can tell. I bet you can tell that I really like Dragon Ball figures by now. Oh man, yeah, I really, really love it. So good. Let's check out his box again real quick. Or not again, this is the other one. Cool box. That's exactly what he looks like. He looks really cool. So cool. So cool. There he is. Oh yeah, I also thought that was funny. They named Bardock. They spelled it with a duck. Bardock. I thought it was Burdock. I thought they spelled it with a burdock sometimes, but I think there's multiple spellings. I even think Goku is spelled sometimes with a G-O-K-O-U or G-O-K-U-H. Sometimes it's spelled differently like that. I had these little fireball things out because I was thinking about doing something cool with them. I had it sitting on his hand. I'm definitely not going to be able to do it because it's going to knock him over because he's not on his stand properly. But I thought about, like, giving him, like, setting the fireball on his hand. I thought that'd be really cool. Or, like, somehow make it, like, shoot out of his hand or something. And you, like, glue them to the base, make it look like they got, you know, fire coming off of them. These little things you've seen in the previous ones, that they just came randomly with some of the other big, large figures, some of the older ones. But I always really liked them. And I thought there'd be something cool to do with them. Put them on there, make them look fiery. Do something, you know. I don't know. Anyway, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed these as much as I am enjoying having them. I have one more that I've ordered. It's probably going to be another week or two before I get it. But until then, I've got other stuff to show you, and I'll talk about that just right now, real quick. Didn't know how else to show you guys, but I've got a bunch of these little minifigures. See all these little mini guys? I got a bunch of them, and we're going to talk about them next weekend. Bye, guys.